Well, I think the important thing about moments like this, where we bring researchers, policymakers and youth workers, practitioners together, is that you get an exchange of views and people don't necessarily have the same perspectives on the same issues. So trying to get that cross-fertilisation of youth experiences, academic research knowledge and the realities of policy making is critical if you're going to take that agenda forward. I think the two big challenges for youth work are, firstly, the expectations that are placed upon it by the policy context, that it should help young people to get jobs and be more involved in volunteering and those kinds of things. And the second thing is the requirement to plan and specify what your outcomes are going to be before you even really know what kinds of young people you're going to be working with. My long experience of doing youth work is very much about working with different groups of young people, different groups, different individuals within those groups, and doing your very best to respond with youth work practice and principles to very different and diverse needs as they present themselves. And planning ahead and saying this is what you will do for the next 12 months is actually very difficult and probably very stupid. The challenge for youth work and youth policy much more broadly across the world is broadly similar, but of course the scale of the challenge is very different in different parts of the world. Youth unemployment is horrendous. It's a ghastly phenomenon, and that produces a whole set of knock-on effects around where young people and older young people end up living, implications for health, for crime. So the youth policy challenge is, how do we try to offer a framework of protection against some of those risks that young people are particularly exposed to, while at the same time, of course, trying to equip young people with the resilience and capacities and strengths to deal with uncertain futures. But one of the things that frightens me, I suppose, is the way governments tend to almost want to individualise the whole set of issues and make young people responsible completely for their own futures. And I think we have a moral duty to get a much more equitable generational distribution of resources and opportunities, and do our very best to provide young people with a greater level of protection within which they can exercise self-determination about their futures.